I'm going to share the secret with you to get your conflicts with your partner over as fast as possible. Are you ready for it? Here it is. Make your conflict with your partner as small as possible. But what does that even look like? Okay, imagine it's chores. What do we do with our chores? We say, hey, hun, I noticed this chore isn't done. Would you please take care of it? That's great. That's making the conflict as small as possible, focusing on what the issue is right now. Now, what are some ways in comparison that we make things much bigger, right? Okay, here's one way. Hey, hun, you never take care of the chores. Okay, now we're bringing up our partner's behavior over their entire life, bigger than the chore that needs to be done right now. And what are they going to say? What are you talking about? I did that last Tuesday, or I did that 2 weeks ago, or a month ago, or whatever the case may be, and they've just rebutted what you just said, and now the argument's just going to carry on and on and on. Okay, what's another way that we do it? Okay, we say, hey, you know what, hun? You don't do your chores, just like your dad doesn't do his chores. Now, what do we do when we're bringing in a third, another person's relationship and maybe even that person's childhood into the conversation, making the conversation and the argument potentially much bigger than it needs to be? What's another way? We say, hun, that chore isn't done, and you know what? You're a slob. Now we're talking about the person's character, and their character is at issue because a chore isn't done. And is that going to help us to get the chore done right now that needs to get done? And let's do one other example. If you really loved and respected me, you would take care of that chore, and it's not done. Now we're talking about the relationship and what this means in the relationship, and this is a way of demonstrating love and respect in our relationship, potentially the most important relationship in our life. Okay, much bigger than the chore that isn't done right now. Okay, I hear you. You're saying, but Daniel, I brought this up multiple times, and this is still happening. Okay, if that's what's going on, then what we're going to do is give the conversation and the conflict CPR. What are we going to do? CPR, content, pattern, relationship. The first time we're bring it up, we're going to talk about the content. And we're going to say, the chore isn't done. Would you please take care of the chore? Talk about the content and see what happens. Now, if it comes up again, then we say, hun, the chore isn't done. This came up last time, and now it seems like it's becoming a pattern. What can we do to make sure that this doesn't become a pattern going forward? And see what kind of solution you can find. Now, if it comes up another time, then you can say, hun, we talked about this before where it seemed like it was becoming a pattern. We talked about what we could do, and it's happening again. Now, I'm starting to feel like something that's important to me isn't important to you. I don't think that's the way you want me to feel, but what can we do to make sure that this doesn't happen on an ongoing basis going forward? Or what can we do to address this? Maybe it's something that you need to compromise on, but let's assume that it's not. What can we do to go forward? Okay. Now, if none of those things work, then there's probably some other kind of issue going on in the relationship. And if you really can't figure it out, then it might be time to bring in a third party. Give me a call or go to somebody who you trust, who you know, who has good, solid, healthy relationships and communication skills, and go to them and ask them if they can help you figure out what's going on. But for mature, healthy relationships, making the conflict as small as possible is going to work wonders for you. I hope that's helpful for you. If you enjoyed this, please connect with me on Facebook, connect with me on LinkedIn. I look forward to seeing you there, and may you be peaceful, may you be happy, and may you be free.